Our next guest is really a rising star in the stand-up comedy world. She has a growing list of sold-out performances and a knack for, I guess, like turning awkward moments in life a little bit into laughs and unforgettable laughs. So she is here right now. Let's meet her.
I'm telling you, Kat C is joining us in between shows. She had 2 shows last night at Jimmy Kimmel, 2 more shows tonight. So we are just so thrilled. Kat, you won first place at Geoff Ross's roast battle at the Comedy Store.
Yes. Oh my gosh, as a comedian, like when we just started doing shows, at a time I was like, I want to do roast because not every comedian like roast because roast is about like a punchline, one line. It's different writing style from like stand-up comedy, but it's kind of offensive as well. Like,
I mean, roasts are offensive, right?
yeah, it's like, some people like it or some people don't like it. It's like when I just started doing stand-up comedy back then, I was like, hey, I want to write roast jokes. And the best place is like Geoff Ross roast battle at the Comedy Store. So I actually won two battles, yeah. But it's like the different writing style, like total different writing style. I love it.
Kat was on stage actually roasting someone last night at Jimmy Kimmel as well. Who did you roast last night?
Oh, if you guys like the show 90 Day Fiancé, I know this show is also kind of controversial as well, but they have huge fan base. So the star of the show, Tom Brooks, he's a British guy, married an American woman. So he's one of the star of the show. So we roasted him. And because British people has great sense of humor as well. Because before the show, I kind of go over jokes. I think it's very offensive. He's like, you can never offend Englishmen. I'm like, yes, go hard on that. So he's taking well.
He could handle it?
He could handle it. It's
90 Day Fiancé. Have you heard of that show?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but it sounds interesting. JJ was talking at the top of the show during the intro, Kat, about the business of comedy, right? So one of the things I've always admired about comedians is when they go to work or they travel for work, all they have is like their notes. They don't have to have like a ton of luggage. There's not a lot of equipment. You are kind of the whole act, right? So from a business standpoint, how did you get into stand-up comedy, and how do you make this work for you as a business?
show business, right?
Show business.
Yes, I always saying like on stage that time, that's 1% time you get to have fun, because that's all the like craft you finally get it to showcase like the jokes. But I would say 90% of business part of it. Like, you know, people don't know the grinding behind it, or like when you're on stage, it's like that's a fun time. You get to have fun. Obviously, writing jokes is not easy either, but the business part, I feel like people kind of asking, "Hey, stand-up comedians, are you guys just go on stage having fun?" I'm like, no.
There's a lot of prep, right?
Yeah, prep. 90% of prep. Besides writing the jokes, besides performing, but it's like you are like your own business owner. You run your own business. Stand-up comedian, you write alone, perform alone. People says this is most lonely sports ever. A lot of times, and then, of course you get to work with other comedians, but like it's a very lonely sports. I miss part of like doing improv because I came from improv background. It's about you work with other people, and I came from like comedy writing. That's how I started doing stand-up comedy, because I was writing comedy series, TV series stuff. And most of my classmates and my teachers at improv school, they are all stand-up comedian. Like most stand-up comedian came from comedy writing, because you have to write your own jokes. And then in order to become a successful comedian, you have to be a great writer first. No, actually, business person first. Because nowadays, but you got to sell out the show. If you don't sell the show, nobody cares. Yeah.
Well, can we talk about that? So what might be a typical deal that you make with a comedy club? I know that you play comedy clubs like the Ice House, the Comedy Store, all over LA. LA being, obviously just a hotbed for comedy clubs. What is it's not just that you show up and they give you a paycheck, and who's responsible for promoting? Like, what is the deal typically?
Okay, to give you guys real insight of like comedy business, by the end of the day, it's comedian yourself, because it's very competitive. Like thousands of comedians want to get on the main stage, like Ice House, Jimmy Kimmel. But by the end of the day, it's comedian yourself. You gotta run this business. Besides being a great artist, you gotta sell out of the show. And then, club will have you, but if you don't sell out of the show, you could get canceled any minute. Because the club gonna make money as well.
So you feel like you're responsible for filling the room
Oh yeah.
when you do
Yeah.
a show?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And how do you do that? Is it? I know you have an Instagram profile and the social media, and that's how you get it out there. But again, you're playing like the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club at the Link. That's a very well-known
kind of a big
venue
deal.
here in Las Vegas, right? It's not like join us at the barn in Tulsa, right? So that helps a little bit because people want to see a good comedian in a good venue, right? So do you kind of promote that through socials, postcards? How do you market it from a business standpoint?
Yeah, I think like in the old times, I was talking to some older comedian. I remember a couple years ago, I performed with Daryl Hamill. He was on SNL. He
Yeah,
played
sure.
President Clinton. He was like, back in our old times, in order to become a successful comedian, you gotta be on SNL. You gotta be a series regular on TV, right? Then you are well-known household names, and then that's how you sell out of the show. But he said, you kids nowadays, you're just gonna be getting millions of followers on TikTok. You're gonna go on tour, sell out of the show. I think because the time has changed. Nowadays, people on their phone a lot. So like, how many people still have cable at home?
What is cable?
Yeah, what is cable, right? Kids don't
I've
know.
heard of it.
I like Gen Z kids don't know. Everyone's on their phone. Even like the older people, they even watch YouTube video. Like even for those late night show, people will just go on YouTube. They watch one segment. They don't have to watch the whole show anymore. So I think there's so much content out there. I think it's also like, as a society progress to this kind of like phone stage and the social media stage, even like all the TV series you can watch on YouTube.
So you've really harnessed that, obviously, in your career with your TikTok and your Instagram as well, for sure. You also produced your own comedy special, and I have another good friend in town who has produced his own comedy special. Is that kind of a certain pillar that you want to reach as a stand-up comic these days?
Yeah, I think nowadays lots of comedians you can produce your own special and then you send out to a distributor. So like I actually had my first special. We actually filmed here at Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club.
Nice.
So at the time, I do have producer got involved. So they were like, okay, we're gonna produce your special. We're gonna just take a chance on you. And then, so after we filmed, and then we kind of send out to the distributor, they're like, okay, we're gonna take a look at your special. I didn't even expect they're gonna pick it up, the special, because it's my first one. I wasn't like quite, sure I was ready. I don't like that jokes, like right now, right? Because comedian, you constantly writing new jokes, but they were like, oh, we loved it. So then they picked it up. And then they put it on Apple TV. Right now it's streaming on Apple TV and Amazon Prime.
Congrats.
So people
Thank
can look on Apple TV or Amazon Prime and they can find Cat C.
Yeah,
and they
Cat
can
C.
watch your special today, right now?
Yeah, right now.
I could
So-
do it during the break.
Yeah, during the break. So
Okay.
it started streaming last December, came out. It's called The Perfect Chinglish.
Okay.
I know.
What is it about? What's
Perfect
the theme?
Chinglish.
Basically, because I just write my first special based on my own identity being a Chinese American. So lots of jokes about like immigrant parents, and then Perfect Chinglish is about one of my joke is about people saying, "Oh, Kat, you have accent." I'm like, I do not have accent. I speak a perfect Chinglish. That's one with the punchline. So then kind of opened up the whole special. That's why this special called Perfect Chinglish. In fact, right now I'm doing those tours. I'm working on the jokes for my second special called Life is a Party. So it's going to be like new material, completely different storytelling as well. Yeah.
There's other things that you've been involved in too that really connect you with probably that younger generation, I'll just say, like a certain video game, NBA 2K. So tell us about
That's
your
a big
involvement in
video
that
game.
and what you were doing actually earlier in the week here with the Summer League, with that game.
Yeah, because I'm featured in the game as an in-game like influencer, social media personality, in-game as an in-game avatar as well. So
Wow.
yeah, my character is like kind of like a comment in the game. So like the called My Career, it's an in-game mode. It's kind of like JJ and Geoff, you guys are media personality, right?
Well, JJ is, yeah.
Jeff.
I'm just here.
Well, it sounds like maybe you're playing like a Tony Cordasco kind of person.
Maybe.
In this. You're a commentator?
Yeah,
A little bit?
I comment the game.
There you go.
Yeah, and the people play the game. They get to say me in the game. Like my social is there. I will comment to the game. Sometimes the game is good. I will say good thing about the game. If the game is not going well, I will talk down the other games as well. So it's just like an in-game kind of commentator and the personality social media influencer.
But so many people play that game.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
like one of the number one games
It
as far
is.
as I know, and you're
Yeah.
in that, so that's
Yeah.
something to look for too. And before we lose you today, I want to talk about your shows tonight because JJ, you said those are tonight. I don't know what time it is. It's at the Link, right, which is where the Jimmy Kimmel Club is, right here in town, right?
Yeah, so tonight I have two more shows, 7:30 p.m. show and 9:30 p.m. shows. We always like do two shows back to back, 90 minutes show. Yeah, so it is exhausting, yeah, but it is fun. Last night we had amazing shows as well, like almost 400 people there, two shows, because
Wow.
it's about 350 seats and Jimmy Kimmel. It's a huge, beautiful venue.
It's a
as
beautiful
well.
club.
It's beautiful.
Can
club.
people get tickets there tonight?
Yeah, they can get on the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club website, and also tickets is on Ticketmaster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ticketmaster. Oh, that's
Yeah.
easy.
Do you know what I love about Kat? Whenever she goes to do shows, she brings her dog with her. Tell us about your
Where
dog.
is the dog?
What
Is
is your
there
dog?
one
Yeah,
here?
why isn't the dog here today? What is your dog's name?
I have two dogs. I have a Chihuahua. Her name is Coco. Another Pomeranian, Chanel. Coco Chanel.
Oh, jeez.
You're fancy.
She's
girl.
smart.
It's
Yeah.
to LA because when we got our second dog, her name is also Coco. I'm like, okay, I already have a dog named Coco. I don't want to change your identity. I just want to call you Coco Chanel to combine your name together.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I love it. So here's my to-do list,
'Kay.
AJ. Number one, I'm going to look on Amazon Prime and Apple TV and watch the Cat C comedy special. I'm very much looking forward to
Perfect
that.
Chinglish.
Right? And people can follow you on Instagram as well, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's shout out her Instagram. She's such a fun follow on social media at CatC Official. That's CATCE Official. And we can follow you there. And I know you love Vegas a lot. Really quick before we go, what is your favorite restaurant to go to when you're visiting Las Vegas? Because you're here all the time from LA.
Oh my gosh, there are so many great restaurants in Vegas. I feel like Vegas is kind of like LA right now. It's so diverse. So there is one restaurant in Chinatown. It's called Gayu Social. And then they have like kind of private dinings, like Japanese style. But they also have a cafe next door. It's owned by the same owner called Cafe Malay. They have like beautiful desserts. It's like a most viral desserts. Oh, next time I will take you guys there. So.
Yes,
Okay.
would you? We have so many amazing spots on Spring Mountain, so thank you for shouting them out. And thank you
Awesome.
for joining us.
Thank you for
Of
being here,
course.
Kat.
Thank you for having me.
The show is tonight, two shows tonight at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club at the Link, 7:30 and 9:30. You can get tickets there or on Ticketmaster. Our thanks to Kat C for being here with us on the show. We'll take a break. Our next guest coming up in just a minute. That is Tony Cordasco. So a lot going on this live edition of the Vegas Business Report.